Hello, my little ice cubes, and welcome to yet another episode review of Dandadan. And as always, I do apologize for the late video, but as they say, better late than never. Now, with that being said and done, let's continue, and I hope that I can get this video out today, Wednesday, before tomorrow, Thursday, rolls up. So, this episode. Boy, this episode. So I got my friends into Dandadan. They absolutely love it. I'm glad they're enjoying it. But this, not the episode per se, but the character that is Gigi. You see, Gigi is a goofy goober. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I do agree he can be a bit much. Like he's really extra. So I think it's also due to the fact that we're listening to the voice. Mind you, the voice actor is doing a fantastic job of voicing Gigi, so props to him. But it is again he is a bit extra and can get nerve-wracking pretty quick. It's different when reading the manga where you don't really have to hear the voice. Again, the voice actor's doing a great job, 10 out of 10. But because there's a voice attached to the character and his mannerisms, it can come off as annoying. But anywho, our favorite Granny Psycho decided to be a great idea to invite him to stay with them. And the reason being is because, well, he is being haunted by a mysterious spirit. Now, first off, I do want to just throw out there, though, while he is a goofy goober, we do see that he is a serious individual where he can calm down. He's not always, the goofy, spastic, goober. And we see that the reason why he came here is because, again, he is being haunted by a evil spirit, which he's been trying to get help from mediums. However, though, these mediums who've tried to help him all decided, and you can thank TOS, they all decided becoming human chandeliers would be a better career choice. Let's just say that. And so, he seeks our favorite Granny for help. However, though, she says no and puts it on Momo, so, well, it's now Momo's responsibility to basically get good enough to help her old childhood friend. Because you see, Gigi is a childhood friend. However, though, he was one of the kids that were picking on her during the whole, when they were boarding her. We see him in the flashback making fun of her for doing the whole hand gesture thing on her forehead. However, we see him apologize, which is why I do appreciate this scene right here, where he is sorry for what he has done in the past. He wants to start anew, which, again, all credit where credit's due. You gotta give the guy respect for that. He does want to make amends. Despite him being a silly, goofy goober, there's a reason for that. And I think hopefully we will find out in the next episode. We might not, but hopefully we will, because the next episode is the last one, and I do believe, I have to look up again, but I do believe season 2 was announced. But before I continue on, there is just one other thing I do want to throw out there. You see, in the English version, Avery says sus. Now, before I continue, to all the fans of Avery, I do apologize, but she will no longer be showing up in this arc, unless, of course, the anime decides to have her be in it for whatever reason. This is going to be the last time you see her until the next arc, so sadly, you're gonna have to wait, guys. But anywho, she says sus, which, I'm gonna be honest with you, I do have a problem with that, because it not only dates your series, your show, your game, what have you. But it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, if you will. And I will say it's not that big of a deal. I will be devil's advocate. It's not that big of a deal due to the fact that I was watching High School of the Dead with the same friends who I watch Dandadan with, and a lot of the dialogue, when you really listen, you know isn't the original dialogue, especially whenever it comes out of the pink-haired girl's mouth. I forgot her name. I do apologize, but it sadly dates the show. However, though, again, it's not that big of a deal. And also, one last thing, I do love seeing Momo giving Okran a hint to say bye to her with hand movements and stuff. It's hilarious because it's like, Avery was doing the same thing with her friends to tell them to, do a thing. And it's just, cute and funny to me. But anywho. So, like I said, Gigi is staying with, Momo and them, and Momo is going to help him. And he is also attending the same school as her, plus attending the same class, to which we see him being, again, the goofy goober, which, man, I like the voice, okay? I do like the voice. It's not the voice per se. It's just hearing him being a silly little goofy goober is what I find annoying. Again, not saying anything bad about the voice actor. He is doing a great job. But I digress. So, as it seems that a lot of the girls like it, especially Momo's friend, I do also want to bring up something here too, where in the English dub, her friend says homegirl has Okran, which I will say that I do love that her friends are, her ride or die. I love that. I love that they are true good friends. They don't have ulterior motives or anything. But in the in the sub, the Japanese version, or the original version, she says Momo already has Okran. And it's not that big of a deal. It's just something that I felt need to be pointed out, that there was a teensy-wincy itty-bitty change. But like I point out with the whole Avi thing, it doesn't take nor add anything to the conversation, if you will, and you still can watch the original sub if you need to, or even read the manga, because the English dub is doing a good job so far. There's no issue with the voice acting, and we're just gonna keep it at that. But anywho. So we then see Okran is sulking in the classroom where the teacher is talking about envy or jealousy, which, just like when he was talking about Mensch's Shrimp, is foreshadowing something. Because due to Gigi being Momo's old friend, Okran thinks that he is going to be thrown away, and Gigi is going to take his place, which, I'm sorry, I really don't know why you would think that, due to Momo already has shown that she was annoyed by this guy, so I don't really understand why you're, in a panic. But anywho. As, Momo's coming out there to see, what's going on, why is he sulking, he makes a fool of himself, and then we see another yokai, which of course is a new character, Toru, the atomical model. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I saw this dude, at first I thought he was the I need to look up the name again. I do apologize, but it is the type of yokai that only appears when it's been 100 years and you get a spirit, or that inanimate object obtains a soul, or it becomes animated. Case in point, an umbrella. And to the manga readers, I know you know a thing or two about umbrellas. Then I'm just going to leave it at that. But here's a neat little fun fact. So first and foremost, like I said, the dude's name is, Toru, which means big muscle, and it's also, let's see, it was big, oh yeah, and great. Thick, big, and great. Now, I'm going to leave it there to let you use your imagination of what is thick, big, and great. But another little fun fact about the name Toru, at least according to the wiki, it's an incredible generic male name in Japan, which is basically, case in point, Yamada Toru is basically the equivalent of the English American name of John Doe. So, I think, it's more just a neat little fun fact. I don't think his name entirely is Yamada, though. It's just, again, the name Toru is a generic male name, just like Bob or John or Sue or whatever. Now, the other thing to note here, by the way, is since he is a anatomical model, I looked up to see what he is based on. And apparently in Southeast Asia, there is a urban legend of a school that has a haunted anatomical model that comes to life. Ooh. Now granted, the one that has no legs will simply jump at you, but you got this guy that has a whole body that will literally chase you. And another little fun fact is, the only one I could find where he was GGG, how do you say it, the anime where basically is a yokai anime where any and all yokai exist in this world. That's the only one that I know of, or at least not really know of, but I've seen. I tried to type in, the anatomical model urban legend, and I just saw GGG. But anywho, so it doesn't seem like he is based on the yokai where it's after 100 years they gain sentience. But as he hauls ass, Momo grabs him as well as Okran. And one thing I do want to say is I absolutely love that they chose the race, getting ready for the race song, or music rather. I forgot what it was called. Or the like it's what they play with the horse races. I do love that they added that. That kind of was hilarious. Again, it suits Dandadan. And we get this cool chase scene where Momo is grabbing onto him. He's holding ass right by Okuran, who is keeping up with him. And they're going through heavy traffic, basically dodging trucks and everything before they get isekai'd. And he has the ability to separate himself into multiple parts, put himself back together, and we find out that the only reason he did all this bullshit is because of love. There is a female anatomical model that he has the hots for, and I love the voice acting because it's so over the top and passionate. Like, I love you. You are my everything. I will not get, like, it is so funny. But I will say this though, when it comes to the, anatomical model guy here, Toru, don't get too attached because he's going to do something big, something important, and we're really not going to see him unless, of course, maybe the chapter that we're in, the arc that we're at now, he's gonna be useful or something. But other than that, though, this episode was hilarious. Again, I understand that people aren't going to like Gigi. I even seen comments talking about how they didn't like him at first, but after seeing his backstory, they do like him. So all I can really say is just give it a moment, give it a minute. Hopefully by the next episode, you will like this goofy goober. And also I might as well throw out the cliche of this was a better love story than Twilight. Because as, the atomical man is talking to the atomical female model, we see that Oakvern is, seeing himself, like all the things, and it's so goofy, it's so hilarious, it's so over the top, and we all know that these two are going to get together, period. But that's all I have for today's video. So thank you all for coming. Pause. Bye.